Ready?
Ready.
Hey everyone, welcome to the latest episode of Snitchin. It's your host, Kristen.
And Brittany, get ready for the best part of your day. And we're super excited today because we have a very special guest, my sister-in-law's sister. That's a mouthful. Lindsey. So you guys know Sammy. So we have our sister Lindsey on today, and we're going to be talking about fitness and fashion, two of my favorite things too. And yeah, Lindsey is honestly just the epitome of cool, trendy, fun, which is everything I aspire to be in life. So I'm super excited about this one.
No, same. Hey, Lindsay.
Hey guys, I'm so excited to be here.
And then, yeah, Lindsey also works at Kramer, where we did our
Yeah.
first studio recording.
Yeah, I've been at
So,
Kramer for 5 years, which Kristen, it's actually funny because before Kramer, I remember we talked because I originally was going to work at Toast.
oh yeah.
God. Whoa.
And
Yeah.
I had signed my job offer and then the pandemic hit and restaurants weren't bopping around like that. So I ended up not being able to work there. But yeah, it's funny.
I
Full
totally
circle.
spaced that. I love going. I mean, Kramer, one of the best things about where you work, they have free lunch every single day.
Mm,
Chef Andy.
that's huge.
We're not talking like a brown bag lunch situation here. This is like a gourmet every day. You got salad bar, fruit bar. I think there was Big Macs when we were there. That is so legit.
Hasn't he like never done the same recipe twice?
No. There's also a soup every day.
You know what else you guys have that I'm wicked jealous of is that soda machine. I would be like sweating Diet Coke if I worked at Kramer. I would drink like 5 cups a day.
And the cold brew on tap.
Oh, cold brew on tap. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
legit. Do you take advantage of the fountain soda? Because that's a luxury.
Yes, of course. I mean, I'm truthfully not a huge soda drinker, but
Jealous.
there is, lemonade. There's some other stuff that people make some fun little mocktails with at the end of the day. I actually love one of my favorite things is the element powders for electrolytes.
Mm.
I will use that with soda water and then a little splash of like cranberry or lemonade, and it's so
Oh,
good and hydrating. So I love that.
is that like liquid IV?
Yeah, it's like a liquid IV.
Nice. All right, so should we get into it? Maybe
Yeah.
we can start
Do
with
it.
fitness. So I know you work at Lifted. Maybe tell us like a little bit about your job there and what you guys do at Lifted.
Yeah, so Lifted is kind of like a boutique style gym. I started going there probably almost 5 years ago now. And, my first class there, I met, the owners, Pat and Mo, and immediately was like, this is my place. I loved it. There's such a good atmosphere. The workout is 40 minutes. So you're like in and out,
Oh, nice.
and it's the best workout. So I've been around working out for, my whole life. I played hockey in college at Merrimack. Before that, I really had tried every fad workout diet, thing you could do starting back late middle school, early high school. And
Mhm.
I wish that at that age I had known about, functional fitness. So
Yeah.
that's, really our plan at Lifted is functional fitness where we use weights and then a lot of like mobility, jumping, single leg movements, because, that is how you go through life. So thinking about carrying your groceries in, like
Mhm.
you don't realize how much carrying your groceries weigh or, carrying children. And then people get to a gym and they're like, oh, I can't pick up a 15-pound weight. And you're like, no, you can.
Yeah.
You do that all the time and you should be picking them up because that's how you're going to be able to continue to live your life and run around and, do all the things you need to do. So I love that like mentality behind, what they do at Lifted. So I had been working out there and then they had actually reached out to me when they were opening their Hanover location and asked if I had any interest in becoming certified. Got certified there in a certified functional fitness coach is what my
Ooh.
certification is in. And then I also have a personal training certification as well. And then from there, I started becoming a group class coach. Mel was she's our gym manager, and she, really I feel like kickstarted my kind of career in fitness there. Taught me, everything I needed to know. And then from there, they opened their Walpole location. So this was their first franchise.
Oh.
location.
Wait, so
Yeah.
there's South Boston, Hanover, and Walpole?
Yeah. So Walpole, Ellen, and Jack, they were the first franchise owners. I'm in there 2 days a week and it's great. Yeah. So
Oh my gosh, my sister lives in Walpole.
yeah, you have to
So
tell her. Yeah.
I'm definitely
Yeah.
going to tell her. We'll have to come through. Wait, can I back up? You said they're 40 minutes. I love that. What are the actual exercise? Like, tell me more about the actual
Yeah.
classes.
So we follow a 4 week program. So we call it like a strength cycle. So every 4 weeks it resets.
Mm.
So Monday, Wednesday, Friday is our strength days. Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday is our conditioning days, which are a little bit more cardio focused. What our strength days look like is 3 different stations. Each station has 3 exercises in them. And there's 3 main lifts on the Monday strength day, the Wednesday strength day, and the Friday strength day. The other 9 movements are all kind of accessory movements that pair well with them. And you'll see those same 3 main lifts on Monday, on Wednesday, on Friday for 4 weeks straight. So, for example, today is Monday. We do a back squat, we do a dumbbell row, and we do another type of like press movement over the head. So every Monday for the next 3 weeks, you'll see those. So the
Cool.
goal on it is progressive overload. So you want to be able to come the next week and put on 2.5 to 5 pounds heavier, or go for one more rep, or go lower in that squat. Whatever progression looks like for you in your health journey at the time. And we have tracking sheets, we track them, and then I feel like they're not. Some of the moves are things you've probably seen before, but then a lot of them are also like we'll do jumping over a hurdle, which people are like, why do I ever need to jump over a hurdle? And I like to think about it as like when you're walking and there's ice and you can catch yourself.
Yeah.
Like you need to be able to do that movement of like
Yeah.
pivoting and, catching yourself there. And you start to like see these movements and you're like, okay, it starts to make more sense. Or like even when you're walking, you're never on 2 feet when you're walking. You're
Mm.
always on one.
Yeah.
So like you got to be doing those movements to mimic them. So then you're ready for it in real life.
I like that mentality.
Yeah.
I feel like it
Yeah.
takes like the vanity out of it more and puts just more like the health focus on it. Like,
Right.
why are we really doing this? Like, it's obviously you want to feel good and confident, and there is like a portion of that that's just as like aesthetic.
Mhm.
But like you have to balance. You have to, I like what you said about if, you are you able to carry like a kid, like if you
Yeah.
want to be an active parent, but you talk about that all the time, how physical it is.
Yeah. Yeah. I was going to say that. Like, as a parent, I never realized how physical it is. Just like getting them in and out of everything, like carrying all their shit around. Literally, like after having Connor, I was like, I need to start lifting heavier weights because I can't carry my child.
Right.
So it is like, yeah, it's important. And yeah, it can help you prevent like falls. Like you realize like you don't want to get an injury, when you're like older,
No.
even when you're younger too. But yeah, you just anything you can do to prevent that. I love that. Like I feel like the fitness industry in general is really like gravitating more towards that and less towards like do 100 hours of cardio and like be sweaty. You need to be sweaty to get a good workout.
Thank
And I feel like
God.
that's not really
Yeah.
true.
It's so much easier. It's also so much easier to digest when you're not like, oh, I have to go run on a treadmill for 45 minutes. Like,
Yeah.
and there's a time and place. Like, obviously, I think if you like running or if you like, you can still do those things, but especially starting around that like 25 to 30 years old, your muscle mass every decade just continues to drop. And, the only way to really kind of counter that is by doing that strength training. And one thing that for me too is I think it just feels so much better on your joints and your bones. I've
Yeah.
kind of had like a arthritis thing since like I was kind of a kid, since 6th or 7th grade, which is kind of abnormal. And I was always getting like stress fractures or
Ugh.
having injuries in my ankles. And
Ooh,
probably
ouch.
because I was on like a gym floor doing like squat jumps on like hard concrete and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
you just thought that's what I knew. So that's why I was doing it. And I wish I found this style of working out sooner because it has been
Yeah.
recommended.
There's something about people that when they turn to that like late 20s, early 30s phase, like I don't know if you guys felt this way, but like I was not thinking about that or like long-term investment in my body at all. Like it wasn't
Yeah.
even crossing my mind, not on my radar. And I feel like a lot of people, when they get to be around that age, really start thinking about it, like forward thinking. And I think maybe that's why it's like kind of trendy too, like with,
Right.
millennial. I don't know, but I know that was like my exact experience.
Yeah. And
So,
especially as women. And I truly believe like the woman's body is like the most impressive machine on this
So true.
planet. Like I know machine is not
snaps.
the
So
right
true.
word, but like it is. And I feel like there has been a negative part of like aging as women, but I
Hmm.
think there's such a beautiful part of it too. And like there's things that we can be doing and you can feel, your best as you're getting older.
Totally.
Love that. Love that.
Do you run into this with women specifically that you're training and coaching? You said something earlier about when you're doing your exercises in your 4 week cycle, one of the goals is to increase weight steadily, right? Which I mean, I love that. You're getting better, getting stronger. I do think there's this fear with women about bulkiness
Mm.
versus toning. What are your thoughts on that? What do you think?
I totally see that, hear that all the time. I also just hear like, I just can't do that. Like, oh my God, I can't. Or,
Hmm.
things like that where truthfully as a coach, it's hard because it's like, just do it, I promise. Like, and obviously that people don't just believe that. But I think even myself being there, I feel like people they're like, oh my God, I can't believe you lift that. And I'm like,
Mm,
you can lift that too. Like
Yeah.
it's not, I promise you, just try it and trust me. And that's kind of how I've had to deal with it, of just like that kind of mentality of it. And then also, I think on the flip side is a lot of these people have been trying everything their whole life. And they're like, nothing's ever working, nothing's ever working. I'm like, well, have you ever tried lifting heavier? Because that's one thing you haven't tried.
Yeah.
So
mm,
kind of trying to flip the script of like, you don't know this until you do it. Like, then like it takes people so much time to, you know,
True.
develop those like huge muscles that people are thinking that's going to happen. And it's like more of the world would be walking around with that if that's,
Yeah.
how easy it was.
yeah.
Yeah. I think isn't it also like the more muscle mass you have, like muscle burns fat and stuff and calories like quicker. So like the more mass you have, the more calories you're gonna burn and stuff like that. So it
Exactly.
kind of like offsets.
Yeah, just the overall metabolism, like your strength training keeps your metabolism going at a higher and quicker rate. It
Mm,
also helps a lot with like cortisol balance, which I feel like is an up and coming new in the health industry that people are recognizing is
Hmm.
how much cortisol impacts, women in your day, and strength training allows it to kind of be balanced. For me, and I'm not a doctor or a scientist, so this is all, kind of coming from me, but like when I strength train, my like hunger and appetite is so much more sustainable than when I go do like a
I
really
agree.
high intensity. Like I'm like, oh my God, I'm ravenous. So I
Hmm.
almost feel like then I'm just eating more and it kind of defeats the purpose, where I feel very like in tuned and balanced when I'm, on my strength training days.
mm.
Yeah, I totally agree. I feel like a lot of people know this, but I used to be like huge into the Peloton. Like I taught spin in college and stuff like that. And I haven't done it in like probably since July. I know, because I was just like, I feel like it's not really doing anything for me. It's just like gassing me out and making me so tired. But like, I'm not really seeing any result. I'm like, why am I doing this? And yeah, like I follow like a similar strength training program. It's all about like gentle consistency and like, doing things you like, and yeah, like just prioritizing like how your muscles feel and like your body feels over that like gassed out feeling.
Right.
Mm.
And I feel like, I mean, I've loved the Peloton and like spin too. And I do like it for like the vibes at time. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like I think it's
Yeah.
like a fun, feel good vibe class, but I also agree. And back to your point, like you've all seen like the pictures of like 3 pounds of muscle and 3 pounds of fat, and
Hmm.
like how much more the fat kind of takes over in mass. And that's something for me is like my and I feel like weight people just care so much about, but it's like how are you feeling and like how do you feel in your clothes rather than like
Yeah.
the weight on the scale. Unless I'm getting weighed at a doctor's, like I'm never, weighing myself, but it's like
Mm.
the
Same.
feeling in your clothes is like my favorite way to kind of judge progress of like, oh wow, like these feel good, or you know what I mean?
Agree.
And just thinking about it in that way of like you just want to feel good in your body at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Totally. There's an influencer that I love. She was on Big Brother and she's a fitness girl. And she's same deal. She doesn't weigh herself. And she was like, once you start to see a new muscle come in or like a change in your body, she's like, that will be the motivation that you need. Like when you can
So true.
see and yeah, totally.
And then I think another thing that's cool that I just finished my first program, but with youth girls.
Oh,
I, in the Walpole Lifted, we started a Sunday group. It was a 5-week program. They were 8 to 10-year-olds, all girls. There's going to be 2 of them in January. All girls
amazing.
again. So it's 6 to 8 girls, which they are so funny. They are great to be around. But they were holding, by the end of the week, they were holding like 20, 25-pound weights for their squat. Like they were
Let's
like
go.
crushing it. They were doing pull-ups.
Oh my God.
And yeah, it's just, I mean, so good for them. And
Yeah.
it's crazy. Like I think there was some stat too that girls at the age of 10 start to think about their body and start to think
I
about
believe that.
I believe that too.
insecurities and whatnot. So just trying to like give them that tool in their toolbox of the right way and how to actually do it is really cool to me. I love like being part of that with them.
Way to
Yeah.
go, girl. I
Yeah,
love
that's
that.
awesome. I feel like that's probably doing more for them than they even realize. Just
Totally.
learning about it the right way from the start is huge.
Can I ask you, obviously, with the new year approaching, like, would love to hear any of the fitness tips that you might have for people who have a resolution to get back and be healthy. But I have to imagine, maybe not in lifted where it's like more of a class setting, but like a gym, just regular gym setting. Like, I would probably be like, oh my God, these are the worst 2 weeks of the year.
Oh,
coming.
yeah.
Yeah. Right. Like it's everyone's like influx. And then
Is it still like that though after COVID? I don't know.
I don't know.
It definitely is. And I think to, most people, they always think like the start of the year, the start of the week, the start of the month is like the only time you can start. And I get it. I think some people are very like type A or very, routine. Like they kind of need that. That's great. And I know it's hard to start. So I give everyone kudos for doing that, whether it's the first or not. But I also want people to like give themselves grace that it is also very hard to start. And like, you don't want to put too much pressure on yourself that then if you miss a day or if you fall off, then you're not coming back.
Yeah.
Because I think that's like the biggest thing. It's like there's that like uptick and then it drops. Most of that, from what I've seen, is people either setting unrealistic goals and expectations and just thinking everything's going to change overnight, which it's not. So
Wait, I love that you just said that. Me and Brittany have talked about this. There's this thing when I saw a therapist once who told me about these things called, it's something like common fallacies. Everyone does them, but they do it to different degrees. And the one that there's 2 I remembered a lot, but one of them is that it's the all or nothing mindset, where it's like to your point, if you miss a day, it's all over. It's either you're all in and you never miss or it's nothing. That is, once she labeled it, I was like, whoa, that's happening all the time. And I see it happen everywhere. So that's like a great point of like, when it happens, you're human. It's probably gonna happen. Try to not fall into that trap. That's huge.
Right. And like do something each day or if it's every other day, whatever feels good for, your schedule and where you're at, that makes you feel accomplished. So it doesn't mean you need to go do 45 minutes every single day, but like maybe you add in a 15-minute walk that day that you wouldn't have done a week ago. Or, just trying to find something each day that like you're like, okay, this is keeping me going. And no one should be scared to start.
Yeah.
And I've been there before too. It's like you're embarrassed to start almost. And it's like no one's looking at you and thinking about you more than you are. Like
so true. So true.
Day, come on. Like you kind of just gotta put that aside. And I know it's hard, but come to Lifted and it'll all be great. So
yes.
Yeah. Or like even just think in your own head, when have you like looked at other people and been like, wow, why are they doing that? Like never.
And like, or even like, it's like such a quick moment in your day also. Like, I feel like working out is like, everyone's always talking about it, but it's like such a small part of your day, of your week.
Yeah.
That there's so many other things people are doing, decisions they're making, things going on in their life. They're not thinking about your 40 minutes in front of them. Like it's not.
So true.
Yeah.
So true.
And
But it is like, and what you're saying too, is like just start. It can be, I feel like, really intimidating for people to start. But I do think like that's why it sounds like a lifted or something where you have like a coach or because how big are your classes? What, like 10 people?
so we have a cap of 24, but I would
Oh,
say we're usually 18 to 22 is like the sweet spot, but it's very once you're in it, it feels very like one-on-one.
I feel like those types of settings, like a class setting where you have someone can be, I mean, I don't know, this is just for me, but like I would much rather have that happen and feel way more, I would feel more comfortable than just like going into a gym where I see a bunch of dudes that are lifting like crazy weights. And I'm like, I'm
Yeah.
not going to be near. Like, I know what you're saying, like, no one's looking at you, just do it. But I personally, like, my barrier to entry at like a class is way better than like just
Yeah, the regular gym.
the pit.
Yeah, and I also feel like because I was a big like lifetime goer for a while, and I mean I'm also human. There's days that I don't have motivation, and like walking into the gym, I'm like, maybe I won't do that today. Maybe I won't. Where you walk into a small like group class like lifted, it's everything's already set up for you.
Yeah,
You
it's
literally
huge.
are just like there, and you don't have to think. And that's what I hear a lot from a lot of our members of like it's just so easy, especially with people with jobs or with kids of like trying to fit it in their day. It's like I know I'm leaving my house at 7 and I'm home by 7:55 and like
Yeah,
I don't even have to think about it. And I think that's what people need.
yeah. I've had that like moment where I'm like spinning my wheels in my head. Should I do this? Should I do this? Should I do this? It's like so nice to just have it like all structured. And I also like what you said about like you can do it in like micro doses too, like do a 15-minute walk. That's something I feel like I've adopted a lot, like in the workday. It's just like nice to get outside. Yeah, even for 15 minutes, get a little fresh air, a little sunlight, and it just completely like gives you a new headspace and you're getting a little bit of activity. Like I know Kristen and I are big into our step counts.
You know
And
it.
like just because like if you realize like if you don't look at if you're not conscious of it, like you're getting like not a lot of steps, but it's very easy to get more steps and to be more active if you just make like a little bit of an effort.
Yeah.
Right. And
It's so crazy how, like, if you, at least I've noticed it personally, like on weeks where like I'm just not on my game, I feel it. And I feel it in my sleep, and I'm big on sleep. I feel it in my sleep. I feel it in my energy
Mhm.
level. I feel it just like it's so across the board.
I
So
agree. And sleep is so underrated too. Like
Lindsay, you have no idea.
are you like how many hours?
Brittany knows this. I talk about this. I am a troubled sleeper. I have a very hard time once I'm asleep. I don't wake up. That's not my problem. Getting to sleep, and I almost psych myself out. I almost can feel when like I'm just going, and it's hard for me to calm my brain down. But I notice like there's definitely things I can do to make it better, and like specifically with the workouts, like if I'm getting my steps in, and if I am doing like a workout or something, I am much better at night.
I know. I
yeah,
love my sleep too.
same. I go to bed early and sleep as late as I can.
Yeah.
Seriously. No, I think back to the overall point, I think no one's regretted their workout after.
Right.
Yes.
So true.
So true.
So true.
Yes.
Even
And
if you just do like a little bit of it and then
exactly.
like finish.
And I think also to it, trying to actually plan it out the night before. And I know things can come up, but like I know when I've like signed up for the class and you don't want to like get charged or you don't want to, you know what I mean? It does
Mhm.
help to kind of push you to be like,
Yeah,
I committed to
accountable.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it feels good to show up for yourself. Like if you tell yourself you're going to do something and then you do it, it builds confidence and like just also like trust within yourself that you do what you say you're going to do. That sounds a little preachy, but like it does. It helps. So if you can put things in place that'll help you get there, like you always feel better after.
Right.
Yeah.
And what is it like? A habit takes 2 weeks to
Yeah.
Something like that.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, just get through it.
15 minutes a day, just get in that habit and then
Yeah.
we're cruising.
Or
Right.
even just be like, I'm gonna start it, and if I want to stop, I'll stop. Like 9 times out of 10, you're gonna finish it. You just have to get going.
Oh my God. So true. It's just getting there.
Yeah.
1000. That's a good point. But if you are getting to the gym, like you've said, and you're having a hard time, I mean, nothing gets you ready to go for a workout more than music. So,
Yeah.
what are the workout songs that are pushing you on those days? What are some of your faves?
Yes. So I feel like I lose sleep over thinking about my playlist for class. And I'm sure I don't even know if people are like listening as much as I am, but like I like try to change my songs up like every few weeks too. I also try to kind of cater towards the class, but
Yeah.
I love like remixes, like EDM remixes that have like all different vibes. I'm a big Matoma, I think that's the name,
Okay.
Matoma fan. There's one remix that's like to September, like by Earth, Wind, and Fire. It's
Oh.
called The Bender. It's so good.
Writing it
Oh.
down.
Look that up.
And then same with Old Thing Back by them. Just like good vibes, a lot of music, beat drops, which I love. And then I also whenever I need a push, I put on Work Bitch by Britney Spears.
Love
Oh, that's
that.
such
I
a good one.
swear I could like run the world. It's like
That's such a good one.
once it's on, I'm just like nothing could stop me. It's so good.
I love that.
Yeah. That's like the Beyonce song. That's like that. Ooh, run the world, girls.
Yeah. I always say that's my favorite song to shop to. If that song comes on in like a Marshall's, I'm buying everything in that store. Out of
Yeah.
there.
Everyone needs a good pump up song.
Yeah, it sends you to a different place. But
You
yeah,
know
it's
who's
just
also pretty good with that is Macklemore. I feel like Macklemore is like I only listen to like two of his songs in the gym. That's it.
Oh.
Yeah.
I also love like Ed Sheeran has some good remixes that also just I like put them on and they're like almost like emotional, but then you're like so fired up. It's
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
so, and I'm like I think I'm like going deaf because I put the music so loud.
Oh,
Love
you need to
that.
put the music loud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't understand when people like people who, can work out to like slow jams. To each
Oh,
their
yeah.
own, but
Not
that's
me.
not me.
Unless maybe it's a certain setting, like maybe like The Climb by Miley Cyrus. If you're doing like,
A
I
hill.
don't know,
Yeah.
something slow. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
Funny.
but yeah, otherwise, no. And I love the remixes too. I like when you like know a song but like don't know, it's like nice when you like kind of know part of it,
Right.
but not the
I
whole thing.
agree. I've
Totally.
got a lot of good Taylor Swift remixes I'll have to send you.
Oh,
Oh,
A lot
yay.
of good
barking up the right tree.
Yeah. We know what's our favorite, Kristen.
Yeah. Sieb.
Seep.
Delicate Sieb remix.
So
Walk,
good.
don't run.
Hmm.
Or run, don't walk.
Yeah, run, don't walk.
Yeah. Or walk or run or exercise.
Whatever
Just
feels
Yeah, or
between
good
crawl,
today.
whatever.
Is there anything else on the fitness, health, exercise front that we didn't get a chance to ask you that you would want to talk about? Because we do need to save a little time for talking fashion.
Mm.
We need some advice, but anything that we didn't hit?
No, I think as much like my last thing is just, if you're putting in the work, just make sure you're also putting in the work outside, like drinking your water, eating the right
Mm.
foods, eating your protein. I'm a big balance believer, so I don't like cut anything out or anything like that. But I know a lot of people do the workout and then they're like running from place to place, and then it's like 3 in the afternoon and you haven't ate yet, or you haven't,
Yeah.
replenished yourself. So just making sure you are balancing with that side of it because that's what's ultimately also helping you, develop those muscles and your body.
Yeah.
Can I actually
That's a
ask
great
you one
one.
more thing on this?
Yes.
Now that you just said that, and I'll be quick. But like, let's say you're working with someone who is, doing well, seeing like they're motivated, but then they have a setback. Cause like we talked about that all or nothing, or like when the resolutioners who have one bad day and then never come back. Like anything that one that comes to mind for me is just like an idea is like taking photos of your progress to keep you motivated. But like anything that you can do or recommend to people who might be like in a rut and they need to get back into it.
Mm.
Yeah, I think the photos, if you like doing something like that, I think is a good way of kind of helping you track your progress or looking back. I also kind of like to do that the again back to like reverse thinking of like what is it you want to feel like, or what is a short-term goal that you want to accomplish. So a lot of times people are like, I want to be able to do one push-up,
Mm.
Mm.
or I want to be able to do, whatever it is, and trying to put those small tangible things that are like, okay, let's just work to get right back to that one push-up. It doesn't need to be like a whole, capsule of things, but just little mini things that then you're just continuing to cross them off your list and making progress each week. Because when it's something small like that, you can see that progress fairly quickly. Than if you were like, I want to be a size doubles, you know what I mean? It's like things
Yeah.
like that are like, okay, let's take a step back of like, what's the first step to get there and not like, what's the end goal?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Digestible small steps to get the wins. Yeah. I love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Great.
Cool.
And then I also think, sorry, last thing with that, because I also kind of thought like if someone were to get an injury or something like that,
Mm.
there's so many things you can do. Like there's regressions and progressions for every single move in the gym and like finding what works for you that day. Like even myself, there's some days that it's like, that movement is not feeling good today, so I'm going to do the
Yeah.
regression of it. Or I'm feeling great today, so I'm going to, do the harder way I could do it. And just thinking of it of like how you're feeling that day and doing it, and it doesn't mean you won't be able to do it tomorrow or
Yeah.
anything like that.
My workout program is like big on that. Like just if it doesn't matter like how you feel, whatever you feel in that day, like you can go back to lifting 5 pounds heavier tomorrow or the next day, but there doesn't have to be a reason or like it doesn't have to be like I didn't sleep well or whatever. Like just sometimes you just feel off and it is what it is.
And especially women, because hormones play such a big part in it of like,
Right.
especially like balance.
That's
You
interesting.
different weeks of like your cycle, you can be so off in balance.
Oh,
And then
interesting.
the next week you're like, I could stand on one foot for like hours, but it's really like can be a day by day thing. And I think it's important to not get discouraged if you're starting on a day that may feel like really challenging in those things. Like the next week, you could feel way better.
I didn't
Yeah.
even think about that. That's a good point. And yeah, I like what we're saying. Like I feel like it's all such a mindset shift of like, instead of regression being like, oh, I'm not doing as much. It's like thinking of it as like, at least I'm still showing up, you
Yeah.
know? That's really interesting.
Yeah.
I'm motivated. I'm going to kill it in my workout today. And if I don't, I still showed up,
Right.
you know?
It's okay.
Yeah.
Move your body. Yep.
All right. Should we move on to fashion?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
All right, let's start. Lindsay, what would you say your personal style is? Kristen and I have talked about this on the show before.
Yeah.
I like feel like I struggle so much because I do feel like I have such a wide range of like style.
Mm,
I can like some days I like love like a preppy look, but then some days I love like an elevated like workout look. I'm just like all over the place. Like I'll wear like a sweatshirt to the bar one night or I'll wear like a blazer. But I kind of love that.
yeah.
I have tried to become more of a neutral girl because as I've like been buying more, it's like I need to stop buying like the cheetah pants or the like neon green sweater. But like something about me just loves that type of stuff.
Yeah.
If I had the financial choice, I would love to like shop everything at Anthropologie for my whole life. But
Mm.
I like Anthropologie
that's,
too.
not where, but I do feel like for me, I love accessories and I
Oh,
love like statement pieces. Like I love like a big jacket or like
Mm,
a fun belt. So yeah, I'm kind of all over the place. I wish I had like a straight answer, but I don't.
and
yeah.
I love that though. I like, yeah, there's some days. I mean, I definitely lean into like a coastal grandmother type of vibe, I would say. But like our friend Michelle, she does a great job of having like a fun, like statement piece that's like loud and
Mm,
bright and something I would never pick, but I love it on her. And I think that's like cool, that you have that too.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
I love like pop of color. Like
I would,
she
yeah, I feel like you wear a good amount of color, like more than me, which is not saying much.
And then it's like I like try to some days like put on and I'm like, oh my God, I don't even own like a white t-shirt. Like it's like so crazy, like some of the stuff I have. But I am a big rent my clothes as well.
Oh,
I
yeah.
Oh,
I do both Rent the Runway and Newly, which they both have pros and cons. I like both of them a lot. Rent the Runway definitely has more like brand name, like designer brands, but they
Mhm.
also have accessories. So you can get
Oh,
bags, sunglasses
that's
that
nice.
I
I wonder
love.
why Newly doesn't have that.
I know.
that's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can, well, at least with the subscription I have, I can change out things within the same month. So if I
Oh,
wear
Oh.
something and then I want to switch it, I can change it. You get like, I get one change in my month. You can increase that depending on your subscription, but I love that.
Is Rent the
yeah.
Runway not just like dresses? I thought it was just like fancier dresses.
So they have, I think that's how they started, where you could do like, I have an event next Saturday. I'm going to get this dress in two sizes and rent it from like Thursday to Monday.
Mm-hmm.
They also have a monthly subscription that has like a whole nother like gallery of stuff.
Oh,
Is that
interesting.
similar to, I've done Newly before. So anyone who hasn't done Newly, it's like you pay a monthly fee and then you get 6 pieces that you get to go online and shop for, which I liked that part because I've done
Mm.
Stitch Fix where they just send it to you blind. More often than not, I didn't really like a lot of the clothes in there, but Newly you get to like actually go shop. But, and then if you want to buy it, you can buy it at a discounted price. The only time I've not liked Stitch Fix or not, no, I'm sorry.
Newly.
Yeah, Newly. The only time I've not liked Newly is like when it doesn't fit correctly. I've had that happen where like literally none of the clothes I'm loving. And then I kind of feel like I wasted my monthly subscription price, which I want to say it was like maybe $60 to $80, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but it's like high risk, high reward because some of my favorite like coats. I have this green kind of colorful coat I got from Newly. Like to this day, probably my highest complimented thing I own.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I know, I agree. I wish I've actually like written to them being like, you guys should change this. I also wish when you get a set, it's counted as two pieces. I'm like,
Oh, that's
come
annoying.
on, but
Oh.
there's one. Like,
Yeah.
like you know what I mean?
It's like a dress.
Right. So those are my cons about Newly. I also think they're so good for coats and then like trying brands before you want to buy them. So like they have a ton of good designer like or like name brand jeans
Mm.
that I like being able to try them out to see if I like them, as well as they do have a ton of the Anthropologie line, the Maeve line.
I haven't
Oh,
tried that, I
yeah.
don't
Oh my
think.
God. The Maeve pant
I've tried those.
in linen, leather, just regular corduroy, and they have every color and every pair.
I think
Okay.
that, like, that, like, I got like this leopard print bomber jacket from Anthropologie. I think that's Maeve.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
Nice.
talking about, Kristen? Yeah.
Yes, I do. I love that jacket.
Yeah.
In terms of like fashion trends, I love the brown vibe that was happening this fall. I'm in on that. I'm loving it seems to me what I'm seeing a lot online is like very classic neutrals, not a lot of pattern, and like very kind of like sharp. I'm almost thinking like Victoria Beckham style is like everywhere. Any trends that you're loving or anything that you're like not on board for right now?
Mm.
Yeah, I actually feel like I love like a lot of the trends right now too. Like there's
Mm.
not really anything that I'm like I hate, and I love like a monochromatic look. Even like if they're like a little off, I think that's really cool. I love tights. I love tights that have like a design on them. Like I have the little pair with hearts that I think
Oh,
are
cute.
so cute. And I love fur. Those are like my favorite things. I don't know how much this is taking off, but I feel like I've been seeing like ties coming back.
Oh,
Oh.
hey,
And
Avril Lavigne.
I don't know if I love it. Like I love the workwear look. Like I love a blazer dress. I think
Same.
like a very tailored look is so sleek.
Hmm.
But the ties, I don't know if I can get behind.
Yeah.
I am
Feel-
not. You go, Brett.
I was just gonna say it feels like Boys of Tommen, like their uniform.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I think like for me, like big shoulders.
Oh, I
I
love
hate when
shoulder
I
things.
like
Anything with
love how they
shoulders.
look on people, but I hate how they look on me. So like
Oh,
Yeah, not for
interesting.
me.
Really? Oh, I
like
love
I
anything with like
try
cool shoulders.
and then I'm like, no, that looks awful. Like I'm like, I can't do that. But I do think it looks really cool. And then I think the last thing that I really like, they just again don't work on me is like the loafer situation flats.
Mm.
Mm.
I have really wide feet and they just don't look cute on me. But I think people make them look really cool.
I'm with you on a lot of this. Like a lot of these, I'm thinking Paige DeSorbo when she's wearing those big shoulder jackets. Like, love how it looks. Not for me. I don't really know if I've seen the loafers as much, but I probably just don't really pay attention. I'm not as big on like, I used to be bigger
Shoes.
on shoes. Yeah. I kind of just, because I wear my shoes so hard, I literally have like a pair of white sneakers that I wear. I have like my
Yeah.
black flats, my like tan wedges. I'm very
Well, now that like
simple.
sneakers are in, it's like I just would rather wear sneakers.
Yeah,
You know?
so much easier.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Love a heel. I feel like I'm always overdressed. Like I like will walk into places and I feel like I'm like the only one in heels, but I think that's just like a personal thing. I love a heel.
Yeah, I'm sure no one else even notices.
Well, if anything, they're probably like, damn, I wish I could like I feel like
I could
I'm
pull
a
that off. Yeah.
yeah, total or like thought to do that.
No, we were
Yeah.
going to like the hillside few weeks ago, and my parents were like, "You're not wearing those." I'm like, "They just like look so good with my outfit. I can't change it."
Yeah. Yeah. I feel that.
I love that.
I feel that.
You know what I'm also loving right now is, I mean, I love an off the shoulder. I feel like off the shoulders everywhere. And
Yeah.
I'm loving the what you said about the tights made me think of it. Like, I feel like there's a ton of like mesh stuff out there.
Yeah. See through.
Mhm.
Loving that. I think I'm really looking for a New Year's Eve outfit. And like, I've seen so much where it's like maybe a V-neck with like a mesh sleeve. And I'm like, oh, I would love that.
Yeah.
Also, I feel like it's kind of random, or maybe it's not, but the Loft has
Oh,
Yes.
it's so good.
I haven't
So
been there in
good.
so long.
And
Yes.
I still live in Canton, so like the fact that there's still one in Canton is amazing.
Yeah.
But
Can't believe that
they
is still in existence.
I know. They also always have sales, but like it made me think of it because they have a ton of mesh right now, but they have like
Mm.
the coolest like lace and they have really good stuff. So
Oh, I gotta
need an
check that
outfit,
out.
I'd run there. Yeah, I feel like just like a nice coat, such a staple for New England and the winter.
Yeah. I love
It's
coats, love vests.
love a vest for like a casual outing. And I love how you can just like mix and match the colors. But I agree, like a statement coat is like
Yeah.
really gets people's attention. And it can like
Yeah.
you can just like it can elevate and make you feel and look so elegant.
So true. So
And
true.
it doesn't have to match your outfit. Like it's like
No.
almost like
Yeah.
different looks,
Yeah.
which I love.
That's a
Yeah.
good point. Yeah, you get like 2 for 1, 2 outfits for one, your outer and your inner look.
Right.
I have totally been seeing those like fluffy coats come back in, and it's definitely Taylor inspired. Just saying.
I mean, she's the queen.
Like Karma, like that. And what she wears in the video for Fate of Ophelia. Just saying.
This has been so much fun, Lindsay. Thank you.
So
I mean,
fun.
I feel like I could talk to you for like another hour
I
about
know.
all of this.
In the spirit of, since this is our last episode before Christmas, we're all going to give our top 3 Christmas movies before we break. Who wants to go first?
I can go. I would say my number one, definitely Love Actually.
Saw that
So,
coming.
on the rewatch list, never missing it. Number 2, Elf.
That's on mine.
I don't know how you can't like it. And then I'm going to go nostalgia. One of the movies that I used to watch a lot as a kid, and it's like one of those 35-minute animated movies, Rudolph, the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
A classic. All right, Lindsay, you go.
Yeah, I mean, Elf is on mine too. I feel like it's just so funny. I could just watch it all the time.
Yeah.
And then The Holiday, I love.
Oh, yeah. Chris loves The Holiday. We always watch that.
So cute.
And then the next one is, have you guys seen Noelle?
No.
So it's with Anna Kendrick. Anna Kendrick.
Love her.
It's like she's like the woman of Christmas. So she's like Kris Kringle's daughter or whatever. And she
Oh.
take over Christmas. So it's kind of like a woman's empowerment thing. But
I love that.
Yeah.
I like really like it. It's kind of like a kid's movie, but definitely worth the watch.
I love her. And I will say, like, Elf, now that we're talking about it, like thinking about when he gets the world's best cup of coffee and he's like,
He does
buys-
the split up the stair. The
oh
escalator.
my
That kills me.
God. It's like, that's a movie. That's a prime example of a movie I wish I could watch for the first time again.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what's funny about that movie is like this year I've been like, oh, Connor, let's watch a Christmas movie. And I'm like, you'll like Elf. It's funny. But like he doesn't really get it because he like doesn't he doesn't get that that's funny that you would do the split up the like I don't know. Or like there was like a part when he was, the part when he's like exposing Santa and he's like, you sit on a throne of lies. And like Connor was like, he just like didn't think it was funny. I was like, oh, I guess I never thought of that. My favorite one is the Santa Claus. Kind of random.
Oh.
With the one with Tim Allen. Yeah, I love that one. Elf and probably Tyler's very into Frosty this year, so I'm gonna have to say Frosty for Tyler. Love singing that song.
Shout out to Tyler.
Sea Monkey. Well, cool. Well, thanks, Lindsay. This has been so much fun.
Love chatting with you.
I
Yes.
know. You'll have to come on again. Maybe we can do like a spring fashion one or something. Well, cool. Make sure to like us, follow us, comment at us at snitchinpod on TikTok and Instagram. Go to our website, www.snitchinpodcast.com, and tell everyone you know about us. And Merry Christmas, friends.
Merry Christmas. Thanks, Lindsay.
Thanks, Lindsay.
Bye. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.